Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is Patricia Stuart of Patricia Stuart Originals. And today I'm going to try an experiment. I've seen it done once, and I can't remember exactly where I saw it online, but I thought that I would try it. It's taking some black and white photos, or any photo actually, and making it a little translucent where you could see through it. And that's with the aid of some beeswax. And I'll be using beeswax pellets, parchment paper, and my iron. And first, what I chose, I have these photos of Shirley Temple Black. Remember, Shirley Temple is a little girl on television. And I have a picture of her as a young woman and older woman. And I want to try to see if I can get each of these to be translucent enough where you can see through each as I layer on top of each other. And then I also have this photo, Beach Ladies, and I would like to see if I can get this waterfalls background translucent enough to set them on top. And I also have a gel print, and these I made copies on my computer. Here's a gel print that I have, and I photocopied it, made a copy of it on my computer, and I'd like to see if I can also do one of these ladies on top of that. So it's just an experiment. I like translucent artwork, things that you can see through and see what's behind it. And so I'm going to get my small ironing board set up so that we can try this. Okay, so I have some of my pellets, beeswax pellets on top of this picture, and I'm going to sandwich it in another piece of parchment paper with my hot iron. So you could see it melting. And once it melts, it is translucent. I should have put a clip on the back of that to hold it. And we can see that it's melting. And just spread it out to the edges. Okay. And so we have it, and it does look translucent where you can see something else behind. Okay. And so I'm going, and it's very soft, velvety. And so I'm going to move forward with the other Shirley Temple photos. And let's do the same with these. And you don't need a lot of the beeswax. Again, we're going to sandwich these together. This little iron gets very, very hot. Yeah. Okay. Beeswax is also hot. That looks, even though the background is darker on it, you can see that it's thinner. It's the paper. And I'm using regular computer paper. Any other paper will be too thick to use. And so I wanted to be able to, and I don't know how well it will work, to fuse them where you can see, but I don't think it's transparent enough. It is, but it won't show the other face. But what I'm going to do is just merge them together. So I can situate it and I could see her eye behind there and her part of her face. This background is too dark to merge it. Okay. So then that's something to note. In order to be able to see through it, the less darkness in the background, even though it works with black and white, maybe not so much with color, but also not having such a dark background. But we'll see with a little bit more beeswax what will happen here. Okay, it was worth the try. You don't know if you don't try. But I just like the effect, the softness. It's a nice coated top that it has. This one here is a little crooked. And straight. And I thought that something like this would be nice to use with old black and white family photos. Oh, you do see her a little bit, her eye. That's, see, you can see the shine. You can see her eye behind there. With more wax, it became a little bit more translucent. And here we have it. After it dries, it loses the sheen, but it's very soft at the touch, and if you could see, you could still see a little behind there. Okay. And you could see the shadow of her dress that's behind her. So it does work. And so now I'm going to try it with the other photo that I have, which is this. And hopefully I can get these beach bunnies to show up with the waterfalls photo. And that waterfalls color one I cut out of National Geographic. So we'll see if that ends up being a bit translucent where you can see it behind these ladies. Now this process may work best with black and white photos. And you can see it is translucent from the white paper that I had it on. And so I want to put this background behind the ladies. And let's see if we can get some type of nice view in the back. Let's see how translucent we can get this. I don't know with all the color. And you always want to do this where it's sandwiched between two sheets of parchment. Do not use wax paper. The other side of the wax paper may stick to your ironing board, because it's waxy. Parchment paper has no shine, and it's used for heat, baking in the oven for higher temperatures. Okay, so now I don't, oh, you could see a little, not a whole lot, maybe because it's in color. So we will do this again. Maybe we can get a little bit more. It's something you would have to play around with. It may work with some black and white photos, may do better than others. A lot of wax floating in between these two. Okay, so let's see. Oh yes, you do get the waterfalls behind them. This wax is very hot. But you can see the strips of the waterfall behind them. Yeah. So even with the color, there is some transparency there. Okay. I'm going to try the same ladies again, but using them with my gel print. Now, if you want to use your gel prints in this particular type of exercise, make a copy. Don't use the actual gel print because the heat and acrylic paints or whatever paint you use wouldn't be good with the heat. And so I have another copy, and this copy is a lot lighter in color than the original copy. I think they both went through my printer, but one I downloaded and printed from a file on the computer, and then this one I put at the top of my printer and printed it out from there, which actually gives it less color, which should help it to be a little bit more translucent than the other one. And so if this is more translucent, then I know to make my copies from the top of the printer as opposed to printing it from a computer file. Okay, so we're going to, first I will try with the gel print. If this works well with a gel print, I have some other prints that I can make copies of, and might be useful in other ways. So this was my experiment in seeing how translucent this process is. I'm sure there are other ways it can be used in art projects. It can be incorporated. And so I wanted to try it out for myself. And so my beeswax won't go to waste because I'm working on some pine needle baskets that will need to be bathed in beeswax afterwards. So this big bag of beeswax will be used. Okay, so my print here, my gel print, nice soft coating, but it's translucent on the back. And so let me do these ladies here and see the effect of that. And the good thing is when I'm finished with this parchment paper, I don't have to toss it because it still has wax on it. Can use it over and over again. It helps if you have one of these little small portable ironing boards. I generally use it for when I'm doing quilting or fiber arts. It's small, and with the small iron, it's more convenient. Okay. Just be careful when you lift up the wax. It's a little hot to the touch. So let me lay this back down. See some color through it. But again, we'll add some more beeswax. See if we can get it to be a little bit more translucent. think that's, oh yes, you do. It's a nice color behind them. You can see that. And you can see the print. I don't know how well you can see that. You can see the print in the background, lines and designs in the background. Let's see. Yes, so that's pretty interesting. And it's very soft and velvety to the touch. You can even at the back, you could tell the translucency, because actually if I wanted to use this side, I could, because you see it even better in the back. So I could use this in scrapbooking. Okay, with this one, you can see the waterfalls behind them and the color. And Shirley Temple, you can see translucency there and here. So I just wanted to try, and it was interesting when I saw it. And we're going to hold on to this crinkly paper. I see that some of the wax may have seeped through. And so you can do this with family photos, as I said. Can make a nice touch. If you have some old photos. Photos of friends or photos of yourself. It's a nice little touch. Try some gel prints or whatever background you may have in mind. So thanks for joining me today for this quick little experiment. Keep doing art. Till next time.